What's happening, guys? This is Abhishek and you are watching Gizmo Ground. And today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking a look at, or let's call this a review of the Boat AirDopes 121 version 2. So first things first, the first thing we're gonna do is actually take a look at the hardware of this, like the physically how the case is and the AirPods or earphones are, whatever you may like to call it. So firstly, the case is really slim, the profile is really slim, which I absolutely like, mainly because it's very easy to slip into your pockets, even if you're wearing, maybe a pair of skinny jeans or anything. Definitely easy for the ladies out there to slide it into the bag. So yeah, that's always a good thing to have. And also the plastic over here, it's not really glossy plastic, it's a matte plastic, it's a matte black, so it's not really a fingerprint magnet or anything along those lines. So I think, as you can see, it's really slim, it's really easy to put in your pocket. So plus one for that. I really like the overall shape and size of the case, and also even with the smaller size of the case, it actually offers a longer total playback time of more than 10 hours, which even the more expensive ones from Boat does not do. So that's a really nice thing I think they have added in the Boat 121 version 2s. That said, there's just one thing I wish I could improve about externally, as in feature wise or the case, is that the inclusion of a micro USB in 2020. I mean, come on, what does it take? How much can a micro USB or a Type-C, port in place of this cost? It shouldn't have been much, right? Why not just give a Type-C? It's 2020, all my devices are Type-C, except for maybe the Kindle that I own and this. So that's something I don't really like. I want to be able to charge all of my devices with just one single cable. Why doing this? But that's about the only negative as far as the build of the case is concerned. Now if we actually look inside the case and come to the inside, as soon as we open it up, you can see the charge left that is indicated using this tiny little LCD, which I think is kind of innovative and really handy to have. I can just open this case up and glance and realize that it's running low on charge. So that is something really neat, and honestly doesn't even offer this in the higher end variants of the Boat AirDopes. So that's something really good to see in a pair of TWS that costed me under 1000 rupees. Okay, so before we move on any further, I'd like to remind you that a week ago I uploaded the first impressions video where I talked about how these kept disconnecting. So I actually ordered a replacement. So these are basically the replaced units. Now I wouldn't say the the disconnection problem is completely gone, but I end up using this TWS one earphone at a time, mostly mainly to conserve energy. So while using that, I did not feel that disconnecting issue. I personally think that it's only when you actually use them in stereo setup and the disconnection happens between the master and the slave earphones. So that is something to keep note of. Even though I did not really use this much in stereo, I ended up mostly using it in mono configuration. But when I did use them in stereo, this disconnected very less. And honestly, it stays like for 0.1 second, 0.2 seconds maybe. It's a quick disconnection and then it reconnects back. So it wasn't really hampering my listening experience this time around with the replaced unit. Your experience might vary, but that is what I felt. Okay, now coming to the actual earbuds themselves. Well, a few months ago, a close friend of mine got the Boat 171s, and he actually ended up returning them, complaining about mainly the comfort of the earbuds themselves, the fit of the earbuds. And I was really apprehensive, really reluctant to actually get these because I had that review from him, but I wanted to try them out in any case. So I got them, and honestly speaking, my experience is very different from his. Could be that the shape of my ears are different maybe, and these fit better in my ears. Maybe it could be that, but whatever it is, I found this really comfortable. After a while, when I was using this, I almost forgot that I actually had an earbud in my ear. There was a point when I dropped these and I opened this up to see actually one earbud inside, and I thought I lost the other one. I kept looking all over the floor. Then I realized that I actually had one in my ear. So that's a really, good thing that you actually forget them after a while. These fit really well into my ears and honestly are really comfortable. And on contrary to what I thought in my first impressions videos that the ear tips are not going to be as comfortable, I was wrong. These are really comfortable. So it definitely nails that comfort factor. For 1000 rupees TWS with all of these features, I think till now it's been really great. But when we actually come to our next point, sound quality, I would say it's pretty average, really average. But then again, it gets the job done. There's no noticeable lag. There's no really lip syncing issues while watching Netflix or maybe Amazon Prime or even YouTube. I did not, not something that kept bothering me. Maybe there is a couple of milliseconds here and there, but not something that would bother me. And as far as sound is concerned, it's honestly very lackluster. It's just basic. It's nothing that's gonna blow your mind away. It's not amazing. It's not bad. Don't get it wrong. But if you're anything close to an audiophile, not even an audiophile, you might not find these very interesting. It's overall a decent package. Sound wise, I would probably rate it maybe a decent 7 out of 10. But for daily use, I think it gets the job done. For calls and everything, also the other party did not complain. They thought they thought my audio quality or my voice was really clear to them. And so yeah, that's it. In terms of sound, it's really okay for the price, definitely. Okay, next thing I'd like to mention is that I also own a pair of OnePlus Bullets Wireless Z's, and I honestly thought I wouldn't like them this much because I already own a better, the subjective better pair of earphones. But there are some things about these ones that I really liked over them. Mainly, I think the fact that you can actually use them in either mono or stereo modes. So you don't always need two earbuds in two of your ears. Maybe you're on a call or something. You can really easily do with just one earbud and while the other is charging. So I think that's a really neat feature that TWS's offer. And once you actually get used to it, I think it's very difficult to actually go back to wired neckbands. So in my testing of more than 1 week, when I actually would switch between the Bullets Wireless Z's and these ones, what I would end up doing is actually put one of the Bullets Wireless Z's in my ears and let the other hang. So that was kind of weird, and I realized that I was actually getting used to the mono setup, mono configuration. So that's something to note. And also it actually saves battery, right? I mean, you can actually have one in your ear while the other one's charging. So, and when it comes to charging, and I think that's also something this definitely delivers on that front, because whatever the box says, which is 10 hours of continuous playback, in real-time usage, I ended up using them more than 1.5 days at a stretch with a single 100% charge. And that's something I really enjoyed. Yes, provided that I actually ended up using them continuously in mono mode, mainly, primarily. So yes, that's there. But at the end of the day, 1.5 days is really, really good. I really liked it. But then again, it's a micro USB. It's a pain to get a micro USB jack in. It's very tight for some reason. And also the charging takes quite a while. If you're coming from the Bullets Wireless Z's that gives you 5 hours of playback in 5 minutes, you're gonna have a hard time using these, because man, these take time. You need to keep on charging these for a longer duration of time. That is the only con I would say is with these. Other than that, the micro USB and the charging times. Other than that, I did not find anything to be disappointed with. For 1000 rupees, again, these are only for 1000 rupees. So you always gotta keep that in mind. Now, coming to our second last point, I would say that the fact that these have tactile buttons on top of the earphones, I think it's really nice. It's very easy to activate the voice assistant, and even on my OnePlus Bullets Wireless Z's, those were difficult because you don't actually have a button that you can press and hold to activate them. You'll have to speak OK Google into your into your mic, and if it catches, it catches. Otherwise it's just mostly miss most of the times. So with these, it actually activates the voice assistant first, and then you can actually talk to them. So that's a neat little feature. I really like that for this price again. And also but one thing is that the buttons are a bit too easy to press. I mean, even while adjusting the earphones, even while adjusting the earbuds in my ears, I accidentally press them. So that's kind of a bummer sometimes, but yeah, I guess you can get used to it. But overall, I think the voice assistant feature is also really pretty neat. Yeah. So all in all, guys, I think for 1000 rupees, these are definitely a bang for the buck. If you can live with the micro USB and the longer charging times and the occasional disconnections, maybe, which did not bother me, you should definitely go for these. I mean, if it's 1000 rupees till now, it's definitely a no-brainer, because I don't think there's anything better than these right now in the market for 1000 rupees. So yeah, guys, that's been it for my review. I think these are really nice for the price. Do let me know if any one of you are using it, and if you guys feel it's worth it, or if I missed anything, any points that I forgot to mention, do let me know down in the comment section. And for more such videos, you can get the videos right about here. So yeah, do check my channel out. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up and do subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching this one. Peace.